Hey, you guys, let's get into your reading. And of course, if there's anything you need from me, you can find those details down below in the description box. And of course, that includes our sponsor, Psychic Source, for all of your clarity needs, as well as any insight you need to help you to continue to move forward in your journey. If you click the link down below in the description box using my unique code, JMarian, you can get up to 40 minutes of clarity and insight for only $19.80. So that's plenty of time for you to have all the questions that you need answered concerning certain situations in your life, whether this is about people, whether this is about work, or just your life in general. Okay, so those details down below in the description box. Okay, so let's get into this reading. Okay, Divine, what energies surround Pisces at this time? Okay. So first card coming out is legal. So court paperwork as well as filed. And Divine, the relevance of legal here. Okay, so we have the cleanse. So detox, ridding negativity as well as purification. So if this is not about a spouse or about a person, this could be about a situation. This could be about organization. We have extra here that flipped out at the flipped out in the deck as well. But I'll just keep the cleanse here and just nod to extra. So there's something, this could be just a very serious process. This could be a process of legal proportion, but it doesn't necessarily mean that this is something that's going to court. So there could be something significant about paperwork, something could be coming to an end. You could be removing something from your life that is no longer serving or suiting you. If a business is no longer working, you could be dissolving that as well. Some form of bankruptcy could be significant here as well. Divine, what else is here with this energy of legal and the cleanse? Okay, so we have lost. So ghosted, cowardice, as well as disappearing act. So I do feel like there is something that you could be giving up on, and this could be because you have to, not because this is something that you wanted. You could be giving up on something because you have to. It could be something that just didn't work out for you. This could be some sort of entrepreneurial venture. This could be just maybe a career path, because with everything that's going on now, everything is so up in the air. You can think you're okay today and be gone tomorrow. So there's just something about something really truly coming to an end. You leaving something behind, giving up on something here. Divine, what else is here? Yeah, literally. So bye, Felicia. So peacing out, thank you next, leaving and not caring. So there is something that you are leaving behind. You can't say it anymore with bye, Felicia. Like there's most certainly something that you're giving behind because I feel like you're about to go to something bigger. So elevation, growth could be significant with graduation day at the bottom of the deck. You could be moving to a career that's just more suitable for you, something that works out for you, something that's a little more stable because it was just something maybe just unstable about a entrepreneurial venture. Like the only way you know that you'll be as successful at something is if you actually try or attempt to do it. So maybe you did attempt to do something and it just didn't work out, but you're moving on to something better or even something different rather. Divine, last one for this energy here. Okay. Yeah. So we have laughter. So something that's most certainly going to be a more enjoyable experience for you. So wholesome, overjoyed, as well as smiling. So there's a nod here. With all of these, cards coming out, there's a nod to you, leaving something behind. You could be signing over some sort of paperwork. And as I said, this doesn't, have to be anything that you're taken to court or anything like that. Just the process of leaving a job, behind. You could be filling out an exit survey or an exit interview. But whatever you're moving forward to is going to be a more suitable thing for you. We have laughter here, something that you will, it's not to say that you did or didn't enjoy this previous situation, but with laughter coming in, there's something that's just going to be more, more suitable for you. I feel like you're going to enjoy it. It'll be more of a good time for you. Divine, what other energies do we have here? Okay. So we have skirt, which, quick getaway, the runner, escaping, and then divine, the last one for me, and then we'll clarify both. Okay. And then we have the energy of repo. So default on payments, financially incapable, as well as repossessed assets. Divine, clarify skirt for me, please. Okay. And then we have knocked up. So pregnancy, expecting, as well as mothering. And Divine, tell me about knocked up here and skirt. Wow, that's very interesting. Yeah. So we have liftoff here. So fast action, progression forward, the wait is over. And then we also have machismo. So masculine pride, toxic masculinity, meeting manly expectations. Okay. So honestly, I will be the message that I'm getting here, and take this message as it resonates. There could be a very serious situation going on. It doesn't even have to just be pregnancy. It could be relative to pregnancy as well, but I feel like somebody is going to take off with something. Like, and I don't mean stealing. Like, I feel like they're going to, you know, evade certain responsibilities is more so what I'm feeling. Because like I feel like somebody's going to let their masculine their ways, get in the way, their pride. Like somebody, yeah. Divine, tell me more about this energy. Yeah. We have spilling the beans. So revealing secrets, cats out of the bag, untrustworthy. Somebody could have so there's two scenarios here. There's two scenarios here, but they could couple each other honestly because of what I'm about to say. Somebody could have gotten someone else pregnant while dealing with someone else. And I feel like this is something that somebody finally is going to maybe speak up about. They can no longer hide it. But there's something's going to happen with some sort of truth being revealed, whether this person speaks on it or whether it comes out on its own. Whether this is something you hear through idle gossip, while just maybe just hanging out with some friends, and somebody just spills some news to you. Yeah, but somebody could have just been dealing with something. But I also feel like somebody could get somebody, pregnant. And let's just use this as an example. Somebody could get someone pregnant, and they, of course, with all of this energy, they run out, on the situation. And, then, of course, with knocked up, someone ends up pregnant all alone. Divine, can you clarify knocked up for me? Okay. So we have numbing. So self-medicating, addictions, irrational behavior. Yeah, like concerning this situation of like someone being knocked up or pregnant, somebody doesn't feel anything for this situation. Like somebody is, when it comes down to it, the one that reigns prominent for me is irrational behavior. Like I feel like somebody could do something off of a whim. Like you can tell them that you're pregnant and you will never see them again. You will never hear from them again. Yeah. Divine, what's going on with this energy of repo? Okay. So we have rebound. So flighty, temporary option, as well as unpredictable intentions, but I'm more so getting like a bounce back type of energy. Divine, can I have one more? Okay. So then we have extra. So dramatic, trying too hard, as well as starter. Mm. Divine, why extra? Okay, so we have today. So this is giving me more so good vibes, present in the moment. So this is more so giving me an energy of something happening quickly. You know, with this energy of extra, I feel like this is something that's going to, because with it's giving me energy of something beginning, something started. That's the type of energy that is giving me, not even someone or somebody else, more so the energy of something getting going, something getting started. So I feel like for a lot of you all, you could be in an energy of bouncing back very soon. You could have been down for a while, and by down I mean able to take care of your responsibilities, but really truly not being able to do much because of certain situations. You may have been one of the individuals with the way everything has been going. You may have lost your job because a lot of things are changing within the economy. So I feel like for a lot of you all, you may begin to see opportunities begin to arise. You may start to hear back from places that maybe you've applied to. Divine, tell me more about this energy here of repo, rebound, and extra. So then we also have frenemy. So fake friends, two-faced, as well as hidden intentions. And Divine, clarify frenemy, yeah. So SOS. So distress, act with urgency as well as assistance needed. So here's another thing. I also feel like there's going to be individuals because I feel like something's about to go up for you. Like something, like I said, like you get in this space where things are beginning to work for you. And honestly, let's just say you're used to this type of energy, not where you don't have anything, but you're used to this type of energy where you have to move things around, where you have to, do so many different things in order to make ends meet and all of those things, or you just know how. Like, I feel like somebody is going to be coming to you to ask you for some form of assistance, maybe when it comes down to that. Because maybe you may not be able to help someone financially, because I feel like that's what somebody will, be coming for. But you will be able to help them in a way that will help them get their finances up, where they won't have to consistently ask many different people for assistance or for help. Okay. So I feel like in a particular situation, you're going to be useful in a way that maybe you didn't expect. Of course, free will is a thing. You can tell this individual no, because I do feel like this is somebody that you've dealt with previously that maybe had a lot to say about, your situation, of course, through idle gossip and things like that. So if somebody comes to you, of course, you have free will to either help them or not. But it's very interesting how like situations can turn around because you can see somebody going up, but you can see them coming down just as fast. Divine, what is the direct message here? Okay. So first card coming out is the Five of Swords. Hmm. Somebody has a problem. Divine Five of Swords. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And Divine, what's the issue here? Knight of Cups. Hmm. I feel like somebody, in some way is defeated by the way they've showed up. Like somebody's feeling maybe a little bad about how they showed up. Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. Maybe how they showed up emotionally when it's concerning you. Hmm. Divine, tell me about this Knight of Cups. Because why the Knight of Cups? We have the Nine of Swords. Yeah, there's something that stresses somebody out about how they showed up. Knight of Cups. Like they showed up in a way that maybe didn't seem very serious. Yeah, Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And then we have the Queen of Wands that flipped out. Yeah, I feel like somebody is showing up in a way that wasn't very serious. I feel like somebody wishes they showed up differently. And maybe in this sense, because this is somebody that maybe you had a good time with them, even when it's just going out or dating. Maybe you went out on a few dates with somebody and it didn't land or it didn't stick. And I feel like somebody is blaming it maybe more so on how they showed up, because somebody showed up in a sense of just wanting to have fun. Okay. And I feel like this is the reason why this concerns somebody. Maybe this is the reason why they can't find someone. This doesn't give me your energy though. This gives me somebody that maybe you've dealt with before. Divine, why is this relevant? We have the Five of Pentacles. Yeah. So it's relevant because somebody is feeling left out of a situation, maybe feeling left out in the cold. But this is definitely somebody, maybe who is in some sort of defeatist mentality or just feeling away, about how they showed up or how they're being viewed or how they're being treated. Because this is somebody who's not being treated very seriously at the moment. But I also feel like it just has a lot to do with how they're showing up. They want something serious with the Queen of Pentacles, but I do feel like with the Knight of Cups, they're not showing up in that way. They're showing up more so as somebody who is a Casanova, somebody who wants to date. But they keep on getting left out of something. Divine, clarify Five of Pentacles. We have the Six of Swords. Yeah. So Five of Pentacles, Six of Swords. This is somebody who feels guided, maybe even guided towards you, wanting to shift their attention or their direction towards you because maybe they're tired of missing out on something when it's concerning you. Maybe they have something else that they want to show you. Maybe a different side of them here as well. Because it doesn't feel like there were many opportunities for real here. And if there were opportunities, whoever this is, they didn't take it serious enough to make the necessary changes until they saw themselves for real. And maybe with you removing yourself from this situation, this is how they saw themselves. Maybe essentially you became someone's mirror. Divine, what else is here with this Six of Swords? We have the Fool. Yeah, somebody most certainly is being guided towards you. They're wanting to show something else. With the Fool, definitely a fresh new start, something new here. They want to show you something. Ace of Swords. Yeah, I feel like with the Ace of Swords, they want to show you who they really truly are. Not some made up facade. They want to show you what you were possibly missing within a scenario. Now, whether you go for this or not is solely up to you. But I feel like this is just one of those instances where you tried something and it just didn't work. Not because maybe you weren't compatible or something. It's something just did not click. But I feel like this person knows what it is, especially with the Fool and the Ace of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. Like this person now knows something. Something has been made clear and plain to this person, which is why they feel guided towards you with the Six of Swords. Divine, the Fool. We have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah, somebody definitely wants to show you something different here. Like I feel like somebody wants to show you like another side of them with the Two of Pentacles, is show you something that you haven't seen. The other side of the coin here as well. Ace of Swords still was at the bottom of the deck. Divine, what else is here? Two of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah. So the Hermit as well as the Ace of Wands. Yeah. Somebody who's been alone. And I feel like with the Hermit, this is somebody who's had some time to assess a situation to see themselves. Because the Hermit, from what I know, is about soul searching. Like that's when, when you discover those deep rooted secrets, more so about yourself because you are to yourself at the moment, with the Hermit being nine, a singular number. But I definitely feel like you I'm gonna see where you are, but I do feel like with the Ace of Wands and the Hermit, this is somebody who most certainly will be wanting to show you a new version, a new side of themselves. Ace of Wands, we have the Fool here, we have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Hermit. Like, this is somebody who's done some soul searching, who has really made, gone to introspection to see what changes, need to be made. And I feel like this is somebody who just wants to show you that. Yeah. Divine, where's Pisces? Okay. King of Wands, Three of Swords, currently for your energy. King of Wands, Three of Swords. Divine, why the Three of Swords? I feel like something affected, yeah, Ace of Cups. Yeah, something affected you in such a way. And it doesn't mean you were crying or anything like that. Something caused you to get in a mode of work. You really got emotion. Maybe to remove your energy and your focus from this Three of Swords, because this is not something that you want to give your energy to. And that doesn't mean that you're avoiding it. It means that you just don't want to give your energy to it. But I feel like with the Ace of Cups, you began to seek after new things. Because this person is not the only, because it's like you're not going to sit around and wait for somebody to get themselves together. But I don't feel like you ran out and ventured out into the world to see who you can find. I feel like there was a journey of introspection, just like this other person here as well. Because I mean, you did take a moment, to get into yourself. And I feel like with the Ace of Cups, I feel like this is a new love, and this new love is a self love. With the Three of Swords, because in order to get into this energy of the Ace of Cups, something needed to be reflected here. Something needed to be healed. Divine, tell me more about the Three of Swords. Knight of Wands, yeah. I feel like you took action to heal with the Ace of Cups, to seek after things that are new. You didn't stand still. You didn't stay in this mode where you were off in some dark corner crying. You, you weren't doing that. You weren't in some emotional disarray. Like I feel like you're a very emotionally sound individual. Sometimes work as a distraction can be a hindrance. You can get a lot done, but you wouldn't have done the work to emotionally heal because something's affecting you internally. Divine, what else concerning this energy? We have the King of Pentacles. So there is another side. So with the King of Pentacles coming out and then the Queen of Pentacles for this other individual, this is, somebody that you were involved with. Whether this was romance, whether this was friends, bonds, because people do interesting things within bonds in order to change the situation around. So involving whatever situation concerning someone that you really cared about. Like, I feel like you were connected in some capacity with the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, both being present. Divine, King of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Cups. I feel like, you could be in a space where you are still, seeking out that. Maybe something could happen again with this other individual. Maybe because I don't feel like this is not about a bad situation. I don't feel any bad vibes with it. I just feel like somebody just didn't get an opportunity, or they didn't take the opportunity to show you who they really are. And I feel like if you give someone this particular chance, they will be able to show you that. But I feel like this is one of those things where you could allow somebody to come back for a moment in time just to see if things are different, because maybe you did feel something, but it was just something else that didn't quite work and you wanted it to work. So with the Ten of Cups showing up here, I do feel like there is room for you to attempt to try something again. Because I feel like if you both, put things out on the table and let each other know what's going on for real, I feel like it could move somewhere. There could be a coming together again of a particular energy that for a moment was divided, and not because of treacherous or ill, begotten reasons. It's more so one of those things where something just didn't work out. Something just didn't click. And maybe it was good that it didn't click at that time, because maybe it would have ruined it as a whole. You would have forced yourself into a situation and there would be no love there. There would be no emotion there. So there's newfound feelings here, period, across the board, you know. Divine, last few messages for this energy here. Okay, thank you. So we have the High Priestess as well as the Ten of Swords. I feel like with this energy coming out, I feel like you will know if something needs to come to an end, if there's something you need to dissolve. Because if you did give it another chance, with the High Priestess and the Ten of Swords, I feel like you will know, because like you would know exactly what you need to do concerning this situation, because you would have tried it before. And I feel like there is a value that you have of yourself now that maybe you didn't have previously. And that's not to say that you neglected yourself, but I do feel like you maybe allow something to go on for a little too long, even though you knew that something wasn't maybe quite right with it. And maybe you didn't have, you know, the will to speak up about something to someone, and you allowed something to happen, which caused you to, you know, end up in a situation where you had to recover, you know, from something that you've been around for a while, or someone that you've been around for a while. But all in all, there is room for growth here, you know, if that's what both parties want. Okay. Pisces Soul Tribe, that was your reading. Hopefully, this message resonates with you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and you're able to take something from it that you could use. Of course, if there's anything you need from me, you can find those details down below in the description box. That includes my email if you want to contact me for a personal reading and you want a lot of clarity and you want a lot of insight. You can just email me so we can get those details going and we can get you squared away. And then that also includes the link to Psychic Source, our sponsor. Clicking the link down below in the description box using my unique code JMarian. If you're a new member, you can get up to 40 minutes of clarity and insight for only $19.80. So like I was saying earlier, that's plenty of time for you to get any clarity and insight that you need. If you're not satisfied with the clarity that you receive from the advisor, you get to choose. You get your money back. So you win, period. Okay? So those details down below in the description box. And as always, my good people, remember to conquer this day, and I'll see you in the network. Bye, guys.